Hello everyone, welcome back to Sudoku Sunday, where today we are solving consecutive non-consecutives by Pagado, who is quickly becoming one of my favorite simple Sudoku setters. Let's jump right into the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Non-consecutive. Cells that are orthogonally adjacent cannot contain consecutive digits, so orthogonal. From this cell, all the orthogonally adjacent cells are these four, and cannot be consecutive. So if this was a 3, none of these cells could be a 2 or a 4. Cells connected by a pink Renban line form a set of consecutive digits in any order without repeats. The order doesn't matter so much in this puzzle, since these are all 2-cell Renban lines. So everything has to be consecutive. If this was a 3, this would have to be a 2 or a 4. Cells joined by an X sum to 10. Alright. Cells joined by a V sum to 5. Cells joined by a black dot, one digit is double the other. So if this were a 2, this could be a 1 or a 4, because double 1 is 2 and double 2 is 4. Not all X's, V's, or dots are given. Alright, let's get started. First thing, I think, is to take all these V's and mark them up. And actually, because of the non-consecutive rule, none of these can be a 2, 3. So the two options for 5 is 1, 4, or 2, 3. 2, 3 is consecutive, and since these are all touching orthogonally, they cannot, none of them can be a 2, 3. And then here, the only way 1 can be on a black dot is if it's 1, 2, which is illegal because those would also be consecutive orthogonally. So this one has to be a 4, actually. 1. 1 is only consecutive with 2, so 2 has to go here, which means this 4 can't be a 2, 4 pair. This has to be a 4, 8. So what is consecutive with 4 is 3 or 5, and it can't be 3 because 3 would be orthogonally consecutive with 2. Okay, let's mark these up a little bit. These can only be 9 or 6. This here can be 2, 3, or 5. All of these can only be 2, 3, or 5. But we know one of these is a 2 because whatever one the 1 is has a 2 next to it, which actually means because there is a 2 in one of these, whichever one is the 4 can't have a 3 consecutive with it. It has to be a 5 because if the 2 was here, couldn't put a 3 here, and if the 2 was here, we couldn't put a 3 down here. So we know actually that that's a 2, 5 pair. Let's see. What can be here? So 6 or 9 has to be consecutive. If it was a 9, this would have to be an 8, which is illegal. There's already an 8 in that box. This is a 6, which pairs with a 4, which pairs with a 1. 6 can't be next to a 5, which means this 4 has to be consecutive with a 3. 6 sees this, 6, 9, which makes it a 9. 1, 4. 1, 4, 6. This 1 is consecutive with a 2, makes this a 5. And this 4 is not consecutive with 2, but I don't think we know yet which one of these goes there. Alright. So what is left in this box? We have 1, 2, we need 3, 7, 8, and 9. Alright, 3, Not be here, because it gets seen by Sudoku. Can't be here, because it would be orthogonally consecutive with a 4. And can't be here, because it would be orthogonally consecutive with a 2. So we actually get our 3 placed right away. And this can't be a 9 by Sudoku. This can't be a 7, because it's next to the 6. And all the rest of these are okay. Or can we put a 3 in this box, not here by Sudoku, and not here by orthogonal? 6 can't go here. This actually has to be consecutive with 6, and it can't be a 5, so that makes that a 7. What is left here? We've got 3, 9, and 6. 3, 6, 9. I already know this can't be a 3. This can't be a 9 because it's next to an 8. And this can't be a 6 because it's next to a 5. Alright, 6, 9. We've done this before. If this is a 9, this has to be an 8. And if this was a 6, this could be a 5 or a 7, which are both allowed right now. Means this is also a 5, 7, 8. 5, 7, 8 triple left in this row. And this cannot be a 5 because of this 4, which actually gives us a 7, 8 pair. It makes this a 5, which makes this a 6, 3, and 9. Everything looks good there. This 8 sees that 7, 8. So this can either be a 9 or a 7. Both of those are still allowed. This is not a 7. Alright, let's do a quick little Sudoku click through on any of these places. Up 2, 2 has a lot of places it can still be, I suppose. There. Not very good. 3. Maybe here or here. Four. Here because of the 5. About 6. 6 can't be here, and it can't be here because of the orthogonal consecutive. And this 6 knocks the 5 out of this space. What do we have left in this box? 1, 2, 7, 8. So the 2 cannot be here. This is a 7 or an 8, which means this has to be a 2 because it has to keep the 7 and the 8 from touching orthogonally. We have a 7, 8, 9 triple here, so what is left? Also a 2. Means this can't be a 1. What is left? 7, 9, and 5. It's all allowed. 2, consecutive with 3, which it can't be, or 1. This 9 sees this 8, 9, so that's an 8, 7, 8, 9, 7. What is left in all of these rows? This one, the 3 is gone. We can do a 4 or a 7. Here, you can do a 5 or an 8. Here, do a 3, 6, or 9. 9 can't be in either of these because 9 is not consecutive with 4 or 7, which puts 9 here, pushes the 8 here, gives us a 5. 3 can't be next to this 2, so this is the 6, 7, and this is the 3, 4. Okay. We just have the 4 corners left. Take a look at 1s. And 1 also cannot be here, because if this was a 1, this would have to be a 2. And it can't be. So there's our 1. And we finish up the rest of the 1s is the question. Ugh, not quite. 2. Do we know what this can be? This can't be 1, 2, 2, 4, or 4, 8. So this is a 3, 6, and we have the 3 here. Makes it a 3, 6 dot. And 3 has to be consecutive with 2 or 4. It already sees the 4, so that's a 2. Means 4 can't be here by consecutive, or here by Sudoku. Must be in one of these places. 7 in 2 places. 9 in 2 places, but that does give us a 4, 7, 9 triple here, which makes these 8 and 5. Puts the 8 here and the 5 here. Let's just pencil these in better. Central pencil marks are always better than corner pencil marks. And this 8 makes it consecutive with 9, and also means 9 and 7 couldn't go here by the consecutive, non-consecutive rule. That fixes the rest of this. Can we do this yet? Yes, we can. Got a 9 and a 5. Look at this box. 2. Oh, still not quite fixed. 3. 4. I'm losing my mind. 5. Can't be in any of these. 'Don't do this to me. 7. There we go. 7. Which is the 4 here. This can only be a 3 or a 5. It can't be a 5, so it's a 3. 9 must be here, which makes this an 8. 2. 6 and 5 are left. The 5 is here. This 2 makes this a 2 and this a 6. Alright, the last 2 boxes. Here we go. What are we missing? We're missing 3, 7, and 8. So the 3 has to keep apart the 7 and 8. And the 8 sees this, so it's here. What do we need here? 1, 2, and 6. The 6 has to keep apart the 1 and 2. And 1 is not consecutive with 3. So it can't be there. 6 consecutive with 7 and 5. Use a 7 here, so that's a 5. There's left 4 and 9. 4 fixes that. The final box. Now the 1 goes there now. 2 goes here, which is consecutive with 3. This dot here, we didn't really end up using, is a 4, 8. This one is the 4. These 2. 6 and 7. This 7 gives us a 7 and a 6. The 6 is consecutive with a 5. And the last digit is a 9. Thank you guys for solving along with me. That was consecutive non-consecutives by Pagado in 15 minutes and 41 seconds. See you guys next time.